Me and my pals loved hiking, but we'd never tried a spooky place like Deadman's Peak before. Just the name gave us the creeps, but our curiosity got the best of us, and we decided to go. We started on a sunny day, and our group of 5, led by my buddy Jake, had all the gear we thought we needed. As we hiked deeper into the woods, it got darker and scarier. The trees overhead blocked the sun, making it feel like we were going into the unknown. Weird gusts of wind made the leaves rustle, and we felt like we were being watched. As we climbed, we found an old, hidden cemetery. The graves were so old that we couldn't read them. It was weird, but we wanted to see more. Jake pushed open the door of a nearby tomb, and it squeaked loudly in the silent woods. Inside, there was a small, dim room with one simple coffin. We felt drawn to it, like something we couldn't understand was making us. We hesitated but opened it to find it empty, except for a spooky message. "Listen to the whispers." We hurried out of the tomb, feeling like something was wrong. When we tried to go back, the trail was gone. We were panicking, and the forest was eerily quiet, except for the rustling leaves and our scared breathing. As night came, the forest came to life with weird sounds. We couldn't understand the words, but they filled us with fear. Our lanterns flickered, making spooky shadows. The scary whispers went on all night, and we couldn't sleep. We were scared that Deadman's Peak was cursed. At dawn, we were desperate to escape. The whispers got more desperate too, like they were begging for something. We reached a clearing and the peak was ahead. We ran to the edge. The moment we touched the rocks, the whispers stopped and everything was silent. We got away from Deadman's Peak, but we'll always remember those creepy whispers. We still don't know what they were, but we learned to be careful in spooky places.
In the heart of the rugged mountains, my friends and I embarked on an adventure filled with anticipation and wonder. The morning was crisp and cool, the air carrying the scent of fresh pine and the gentle rustle of leaves in the breeze. Our path wound its way through the rocky terrain, taking us deeper into the wilderness. Towering peaks, lush meadows, and clear streams surrounded us, offering breathtaking views that left us in awe. The mountains were a haven for various wildlife, and we were hopeful that we'd catch a glimpse of the creatures that called this place home. As we ventured further into the wilderness, we noticed an unusual stillness settling over the forest. The chirping of birds ceased, and even the wind seemed to hold its breath. A sense of unease began to creep over us, but our curiosity prevailed, and we pressed forward. Rounding a bend in the trail, we stumbled upon a clearing, and there, standing before us, was a magnificent mountain goat. Its coat was pure white and stood out against the backdrop of vibrant greenery. Its curved horns glistened in the sunlight, and its eyes held a profound, almost knowing gaze. We stood in silent awe, not wanting to disturb this majestic creature. The goat remained still, and an eerie tranquility enveloped the clearing. It felt as though time itself had slowed down. We were left with the impression that we were in the presence of something more than a mere animal. The mountain goat took a few deliberate steps toward us, and we observed a peculiar aura surrounding it. It was as if the goat embodied the very spirit of the mountains. The air seemed to shimmer with an otherworldly energy, and we felt an inexplicable connection to this enigmatic being. Without warning, the mountain goat turned and leaped gracefully onto a nearby rocky outcrop, disappearing from our view. The stillness in the forest lifted, and the birds resumed their songs. It was as if the mountain spirit had graced us with its presence and then retreated back into the wild. With a sense of wonder and reverence for the natural world, we continued our hike, the memory of the mountain goat's mysterious visit etched in our hearts. Our encounter with this enigmatic creature was a reminder that the mountains held secrets beyond our comprehension, and the animals that called them home were part of the magic of the wilderness. In a distant corner of the world, where ancient legends and tales of mystery still flourish, there lies a remote mountain range, uncharted by all but the most daring of adventurers. Its name, the Whispering Peaks, was bestowed upon it by the local indigenous people who believed that the mountains held the secrets of the earth itself. Our tale begins with a group of intrepid explorers, led by the seasoned mountaineer, Sarah. They had heard whispers of the Whispering Peaks, but the details were shrouded in secrecy. Some spoke of incredible riches hidden deep within the mountains, while others believed in the existence of mystical creatures that roamed its slopes. The expedition was a mix of excitement and trepidation as the team embarked on the journey. They were well prepared, carrying enough supplies to last them several weeks. Their route took them through dense, untouched forests, where the canopy of trees was so thick that even the noonday sun barely penetrated the darkness. As the group ascended further into the mountains, the air grew thin, and the landscape transformed into a rocky, barren wilderness. The weather, unpredictable and unforgiving, had them constantly on edge. Still, they pressed on, determined to uncover the secrets of the Whispering Peaks. One evening, as the expedition made camp, an eerie phenomenon occurred. A low, haunting melody seemed to emanate from the very rocks themselves. It was as though the mountains were whispering secrets to the wind, and the wind, in turn, carried them to the ears of the explorers. The music was beautiful but haunting, causing a mix of wonder and fear to course through the group. Sarah, ever the fearless leader, decided to investigate the source of the sound. With headlamps piercing the darkness, they made their way through a labyrinthine network of caves and tunnels, their hearts pounding with each echoing note. As they ventured deeper, they stumbled upon a chamber unlike any they had ever seen. In the chamber, the walls were adorned with luminescent crystals that cast a soft, enchanting glow. At the center of the chamber was a pool of water so clear it appeared like liquid glass. As the explorers gazed into the pool, they saw visions of their own past, their dreams, and their fears. It was as if the pool held the reflections of their very souls. They spent hours there, captivated by the mesmerizing sights and sounds. It felt like time had no meaning in this mysterious place. However, as dawn approached, they reluctantly tore themselves away, promising to return and explore this enigmatic chamber further. The expedition continued, and the explorers encountered more unexplainable occurrences. They witnessed strange lights dancing in the night sky, as if the very stars were putting on a celestial show just for them. Animals, unlike any they had ever seen, crossed their path, creatures that appeared to be a fusion of various known species. The further they ventured, the more surreal the landscape became. Enormous rock formations resembling ancient sculptures seemed to watch over them, and plant life took on unnatural shapes and colors. The mountains themselves appeared to shift and change, as if they were alive. At last, after weeks of exploration, the expedition found themselves at the base of a colossal waterfall. The cascade of water seemed to plunge into the very heart of the Whispering Peaks. The sound of the water was hypnotic, and the explorers couldn't resist its call. They decided to make their way to the top. It was a treacherous climb, with sheer cliffs and slippery rocks, but they persevered. At the summit, they discovered a sight that left them breathless. The waterfall didn't plunge into the mountain, it flowed out from it. The water emerged from a massive, cavernous opening in the mountain, its source a complete mystery. The explorers, their curiosity piqued, decided to venture inside the cavern. As they descended deeper into the mountain, they found a world that defied all logic. The cavern was illuminated by bioluminescent plants that bathed everything in a soft, otherworldly light. Strangest of all, the cavern seemed to be alive, with a heartbeat-like rhythm that resonated through the walls. The cavern led them to a massive chamber, where a colossal crystal stood at its center, radiating a calming energy. It was said to be the heart of the mountain, and the explorers could feel its power. With their curiosity satisfied, they knew it was time to return to the outside world. As they made their way back, they encountered a mysterious figure. The figure was cloaked in a robe and appeared to be a guardian of the mountain. In a hushed, melodious voice, the guardian spoke of the Whispering Peak's ancient secrets and the connection between the explorers and the mountain.